me a pizza. I've been wanting to get a pizza for a couple of days now. Not much else to say. It was almost, there was cause I ordered these, when I do these I do them for pickup. And when I went there, there was like a lot of cop cars. There were some police cars that had pulled over this little pickup truck that had a bunch of weird stuff in its trunk. It had like a Christmas tree box. It had like, looked like some like ventilation stuff, like big metal tubes, some other random junk, an American flag sticking up the back. And I got there a little bit early, and I was watching them. They were cleaning through that guy's truck. He was already in the back of the police car when I got there, so they must have been there for a while, and they had their gloves on and everything. They were sifting through some stuff. I would assume he probably got pulled over for speeding because of where we were. I can't imagine they would have pulled him over right there if there was any other anyway. Yeah, like in the middle of the road and everything. Almost blocked my ability to access my pizza. That would have been very on brand for things that happened to me. But yeah, sucks to be that guy today. Anyway, I got me a stuffed crust pepperoni pizza. Figured I would keep it simple. Didn't get any other stuff I wanted to, but my god, I wanted to get like some the crazy puffs or some other side thing, but I know I don't need to. I kinda could just eat this and be okay for today, I think. Let's pop it open real quick and take a look at how good it is. That looks pretty bussin'. This crust looks pretty different today. I don't think I've ever seen the crust kinda look like this. It looks kinda pimply. Is that weird? Is that a weird way to describe it? I don't think I've ever seen the crust look the way that it does. You'd have to be up close to see the texture that I'm talking about, but this looks pretty damn good. It's very fresh too. I took it out of the oven thingy right when they put it in there, so the pizza portal, whatever they call it. Lots of cheese melted on top of the pepperoni. Yeah, this thing looks gas. They kind of hooked me up today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just tilting the camera a little so you can kind of see the crust there and see like the extra little bit of details that I don't normally see on it. I think I'm trying to not. Yeah, that looks pretty goddamn good today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got my crisp, cold, fresh out of the refrigerator Diet Coke here to pour into this cup in my left hand on the right side of your screen. The Diet Coke's purpose is to give me dopamine in my brain as I eat this pizza, which also gives me dopamine in my brain. This is cold. Staring at the bubbles. Alright, I now need to decide which piece of pizza I would like to indulge first. I think I'll go with this one. Looks like it's the easiest to just get out of the thing already. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, it's thick and heavy. Very good. is incredible today. That was an extravagant first slice. I was getting worried that I was talking too much and I was letting the heat get out, but that thing was still hot. And the crust, I've talked about this in other videos before. I try to, I'm also trying to talk like a little bit more calm today, because I know I talk very high energy a lot in my videos. I'm trying to be normal today, or calmer. I've said in some of my Little Caesars videos before that I used to, the Little Caesars that's next to my house, I live in an apartment now, the one next to my house, I would order the stuffed crust, and they would just like not do it, because they're like lazy, or they don't have the string cheese. It happened a bit too often that one's service was really bad, so I'm always a little iffy about, ordering a stuffed crust. But they nailed it with this one. This location has been very reliable thus far, since I've started going to it about a month and a half or so ago. Wow, that was incredibly good. It was just it wasn't like falling apart, but it was just hard for me to get a clean bite out of it. Everything was kind of pulling on. Every little bite I took was like pulling. It was like pulling on another piece of cheese or pepperoni, and I didn't want it to like start collapsing and falling on me or anything. Wow, that was a really good first slice. My goodness. Whew. I'm gonna grab this slice right here. That looks darn good. I kind of want to turn the lighting back up a little. The lighting gets a little bit tedious sometimes when dealing with bright colors like this. And like, if I were to rotate this box and this white line of the cardboard on the right was over here by me, it would change the entire lighting scheme of the entire video, because that's just how lighting works. This could be one of the best pizzas I've had from Little Caesars, optically and taste-wise, and not even just the taste, but also kind of like even like the feel and the texture. It's just very soft and good. It's just correct. Everything is right. This is perfecto. Sorry, I have to keep messing with my hair. I slept on it kind of weird after a shower, and it dried really funky, and it's just long. That was 2 pieces. These are thick pieces today, too. I feel like I'm eating a thick thing of food. I've also noticed that, the stuffed crust really does add up in your stomach, because it is basically just another massive cheesy breadstick in place of some flat crust. I think this cost $12. Not too bad, honestly. It's funny how, you can get like a basic pizza from Little Caesars for like $5 or so, 6 maybe. And it's still worth it to just add some stuffed crust and whatever to double the price. Like, it's still worth it. Like, I don't know what kind of pizza places you guys have around you, but even this $12 for this is like one of the best cost-wise options that I have here, and it doesn't really ever seem like I'm losing anything taste-wise. Like, this really is one of the better pizzas you can get. I think some places in the country just have really bad Little Caesars, because these are almost always phenomenal. Wow, this one's like actually cut so well, I didn't even have to try to pull that off. Look at that bad boy. Not the best piece to show off the stuffed crust. Wow. I forget if it's in Pizza Hut or Domino's or where it was. In Canada, you can get the hot dog stuffed crust pizza where they have a hot dog slipped inside of the stuffed crust, or inside of the crust. Well, not slipped in, but you know, I know it's like only in Canada, but that thing seems like it is a relatively viral thing. Like, why is that not in America? You know what I mean? That seems like something that you could probably make a very, very large amount of American currency on if you just did it in America. Why would they not do that in America? Like, maybe it's a test run or something, but I would like to indulge in a hot dog stuffed crust pizza. I was telling my mom that I think we could even do it ourselves. It sounds fun. It also sounds really weird, because like, what if like it doesn't cook properly? Like, I imagine it's, and I don't know the science of cooking things properly, but having a big long piece of meat inside of your crust, you know, if I'm being honest, actually that sounds kind of weird. It sounds like an awkward like texture bite, but I would indulge. I will pay for it. Grabbing me a fourth slice. Oh, come on. Don't ruin the streak of good, well-cut slices. There we go. Ooh, this can be loud. A little bit loud. That one looks pretty darn good as well. Look at the bake of that cheese on top of the pepperoni there. That looks so good. I love that. It's a very saucy piece. bites like that where it's a very high density pizza sauce, and it's kind of just like, that's a lot of pizza sauce. It's not the best taste in the world. And then I think to myself, like, I notice it when it's on its own, but I don't really notice it when I have a better bite, or when, when I'm eating pizza normally. 99% of the time I don't notice that there's pizza sauce. You would think that it's a pretty integral ingredient. But like, I get that pretzel pizza from Little Caesars as well, where they replace the pizza sauce with cheese sauce. And like, obviously I noticed the cheese sauce, but it's like at first glance, or if you really thought about it at first, it's like, wow, removing the pizza sauce sounds kind of weird. That sounds like it would make it a very different kind of thing. That sounds like it would kind of really change the entire, and like, it makes a difference when there's cheese sauce. But I'm just saying, like, you don't notice pizza sauce in the first place, I don't think. And you would think that removing it would be a thing, or would be like a noticeable change, but it's like not. I think I just really overcomplicated that entire paragraph of whatever I just said. But like, pizza really does not need pizza sauce. Like, straight up. You just need the cheese and the bread and the pepperoni, and you're kind of good to go. Right? Like, when's the last time you heard somebody be like, wow, I want extra pizza sauce on my pizza? Ain't nobody ever fucking said that. Fifth slice of pizza. I was just on my phone for a few minutes, and this is still kind of warm on the inside. But not on the outside. When you're in the moment eating the pizza, you don't realize how big it is, looking at how much of this space is missing that I've eaten. That is a lot of pizza. I don't know why this is like, pizza doesn't make you that thirsty. Like, I feel like I should have drank way more Diet Coke by now than this. I haven't even drank that full bottle. And I'm 5 slices in. I think we're going for a 6th slice. But these last slices are big, dude. The next one might be the last one. I guess we'll see. This is a wide slice of pizza. I knew I was hungry, but like, wow. massively loud garbage truck noise outside. Excuse me, I'm recording video. This can is still cold even though I opened it and it's been sitting on my table for like 2 hours ago. Alright, that was a 10 out of 10 pizza. That was definitely like a 10 out of 10 pizza today. 6 pieces of that. Wow, that was... I knew I was hungry, but I did not think I was that hungry. I did not at all think I was that hungry. I didn't even record a video yesterday, but I did eat like a decent amount yesterday too. It's not even like I was starving, but I guess I was starving. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up feeling this pretty soon here. I'm gonna feel really fat because that was a lot of pizza that I just ate. It's been like about an hour since I picked this thing up, by the way, if you were wondering how long it kind of takes sometimes, because I was taking breaks and looking at stuff on my phone and whatever. So I did not eat this within like 20 minutes or however long this video is. But, yeah, I picked it up at like 11:45, a few minutes after, and it's 12:47 now. It kind of feels like it was like 6 hours ago at this point, because I feel like I've been sitting here forever because that was a lot of pizza. Anyway. I think that is finito for this video. I'm going to get out of here and take down this setup and then lay on the floor like a fat, jobless slob. Because that is what I am.